Yes, streaming live on Facebook. It says it on my end. Yeah. Meeting is about.
So we are live. Let me record this. All right. Hey, y'all. How are you guys? Yes, I have another one of my Success family members, Miss Amber. And I just want her to just let you guys know what she's been up to. As you guys know, that I am a full-time entrepreneur, and of course, I also trade. So just this year has been phenomenal. So I love introducing you to my other purpose partners, as I like to call them. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her introduce herself. Amber, if you can just let everybody know who you are, of course, where you're from, and what is it that you currently do?
Yes, so hey guys, I'm Amber. Currently I work at Nike NYC, well, New York City. Actually started off as a running store, but it actually just changed to Nike Live. So as of September 24th, but this whole time, as of March 16th till present day, I have not been there. Shout outs to coronavirus. It's been a blessing in disguise for me. And then right after that, I'm on maternity leave. So yeah, it's been really, really great as far as the journey here with the community, with the family. I've been a part of the community since, let's say, end of April. And with that, I've just taken the time to really get to know everyone and listen to testimonies and listen to stories. And with that, I've gotten my own testimony, and I'm starting to build up on my stories. So it's just been amazing, honestly. Yeah, it's been a pleasure working with yourself and the whole, team, Charles, Javon, Eze, Donovan. Like, yeah, everything has been fun for the most part, really, really fun. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So Amber, as you heard, Amber, she also is a trader in the foreign exchange market, and also working on being that independent business owner as well. Yes. And like most people around the world, when COVID happened, a lot of people didn't know what they were going to be able to do. And Amber decided to take on the skill set of learning how to trade. So with that, she's had major, major success. And even though she just had a beautiful blessing, a new baby, she did not let that stop her from going after her dreams. So let everybody know, like, what has been your biggest trading day thus far for not even doing it that long?
Yeah, so not even 3 weeks within the community, I got the lot sizes mixed up. So funny. I thought it was a 0.001, but I woke up the next day, had my stop loss on and woke up with $736, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is legit. So you got to make it real. So I definitely took out like 20% of that, just so I can continue to build. And I think that was the mind blower from there, because the first initial trade that I took came from a trade that King Eze had called out when we were doing, I forgot the strategy right off the head, but we were doing a certain strategy. DeLorean, thank you. Yes, yeah. I was like, starts with a D, but yeah, we were doing DeLorean, and he threw out a trade. I had popped that in, and we all, the times that we do it. So took a little nap, woke up, $15. I said, oh, this is legit. Okay, this is real. And then I've been watching. Well, in the past, I had watched a lot of Charles videos. So he had a testimony himself where he was speaking in reference to his wife and himself, and they had a $6 testimony, and they were just like jumping up and down. So just like having that image in my head, I'm like, I need to be happy about $15, but the 700 is just like, if I didn't believe the 15, I definitely believe the 700. So with that journey, it's just been amazing. As of yesterday, election day, playing in the demo, over $1,100. So it's just like, come on, like, this is, whether it's real, whether if it's you're practicing, it's still the same real life numbers that you're dealing with. So it becomes an option. Do you want to work for the rest of your life, or do you want to make it a hobby, or do you just want to make money? Do you want to spend time? You have all these other options now, whereas the limited mindset is just like work until you die. Well, not really those exact words, but just work until, you know, you can find something, you know, to help you. And we're at a time right now where you can't put your life in somebody else's hands, because yeah, if you're not satisfied and you don't have another option, then you know you're just stuck. Like, so I'm just so blessed that we have the opportunity to share with everybody, and I'm a part of it, and I'm my own living testimony. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the future has for us. Like, we're doing so well. We're doing so well.
Speaking of the future, because a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, when people get introduced to learning how to trade and they have that aha moment, like, man, it's real. Because often a lot of people that we come in contact with, they think, is it real? They think, can somebody who doesn't know anything about it actually really make money? Like, how difficult is it for you to actually apply this skill? But the fact that you've even got it, you've made that $700 trading day, you've been practicing, had an $1,100 trading day with those types of numbers, and now knowing what you know, what do you see this doing? Like, what is your short-term goal when it comes to your life and trading?
Oof, man, listen, I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, I think right now my mindset is really put on getting this information out. Like, you have the I Am Mastery Academy, but with that, as we keep speaking in reference to the community, Charles has made it, and everyone else, you know, that's a part of the administrative system, has made it that much easier on top of the information that we have with I Am Mastery Academy. So it's like, man, like, I'm not really trying to convince you guys, but I really need you to look at this. Like, I really need you to tell me that you can look at this and you don't understand it, and then I can accept that. But if you're not even open to looking at it, you don't know what you're missing out on. And that's my goal right now, to just really put this out and just start to change lives. You know, I think that's the short-term goal, to see how many people, you know, it becomes that numbers game. How many people can I get to look at this? Without trying to convince or without trying to persuade, but really just sharing is caring, you know? So, you know, let's just continue to do what we're doing, because this community in particular, can't speak for everyone else's community, but we care, we love, and we show it. And for anybody that has gotten that invite from Jasmina, from myself, or anybody in the community, the 50 Travelpreneurs group, take a look at it. Don't worry about the numbers that you see in reference to getting started. Like, get yourself in position to at least acknowledge and see if it's worth taking a look at, because speaking for myself, it is. And as Charles said, and which you guys will get to see, he has 9 children, and out of the 9, 7 of them are trading. So yeah, if the oldest one is only 22, I think that it's definitely worth taking a look at. So I was on a couple live HFXs yesterday, and they have their children trading. And it's just like, man, like, I mean, they're not old enough, but to know that you could start your children off at a younger age to already know what's up. Like, you don't have to be good at math. I think that's enough said, you know? So it's just like, get yourself on board to take control of your life, you know? Don't wait on an election to make a decision for you. It's up to you, though, you know? It's up to you. So yeah, like I said, back to your main question, the short-term goal is to see how many people we can expose this information to without, you know, convincing, because it's really not. Do you want to make money from your cell phone as well as while you sleep, you know? So yeah.
Right. And at the end of the day, like I always say, I know that everybody needs this, and I can say that confidently. And I say that when I let people know about this amazing skill set, literally a gold mine that I otherwise wouldn't have had access to doing what I was doing, unless somebody went out of their way to say, hey, have you ever heard of X, Y, and Z? Have you ever heard of trading? Have you ever? And I've always been interested in learning how to invest, even bought some books, was teaching myself. And it was just something I've always wanted to do for years, and something I told myself I'm going to do. So this really came at a perfect time because I no longer had to teach myself. So like I said, everybody needs this, and people that don't get involved with it, it's a matter of you just don't know that you need it yet, because I see the power of how it changes lives dramatically, how it changes lives no matter where you come from, whether you're struggling or whether you're doing very well. It changes your life in a different way for sure. And I just want to talk about also having the opportunity to be partnered with people, to actually learn, to have a family to actually learn with. How has your experience been, and what are some of your favorite things about being inside of the Retired in 365 family?
Sweet. So, let's see, where do I start with that? Because being a part of it from April until now, I feel like these last, I want to say 8 weeks is when I really started to expose myself. I'm an observer, so I was thinking to myself, man, what are they probably thinking about me? Is she just here just snooping around? But it was just like, for me, I need to know the vibe. I need to see, excuse the sound. I need to see how to communicate with this. One thing I love, a book club, which we have. I've definitely invited a lot of friends on there, and they dig it. For me, I could say if it wasn't the trading community, I think I'd still be here just because of the vibes. You have that, and then you have the morning motivation, which is a variety of ways that it's exposed, because again, the administrative, how everyone takes turns and how they perceive things. And for myself, I can literally be thinking about something and then have morning motivation, and then it ends up falling into what I'm thinking about. So I'm like, it's all about frequency as well. And I think that is super powerful for myself, because I find myself always falling in line with what's happening, whether if it's them saying something first or me saying something and feeling like they understand or they can catch that vibe. And it's just like, man, this is where I need to be. So you have that, you have which we have a call at 6 tonight, in which we get either more strategies or just ways to make things just more efficient. And I think that also helps a lot of people. Just could be that one time where you're just feeling down and out, and then this call just makes up what you're feeling and then can just put you right on track. So yeah, you can tell that everyone's here to, as far as administrative, they're here to see us win, and they show that. They ask us questions. They ask us if we understand, put a 5, put a 7 in the chat if you don't understand, so we can slow it down for you. Nobody gets left behind. I think all of those things are important, because you can have that person that may be a little bit timid to speak at times because they don't know if they're going to be picked on, or they don't know, what if I'm the only one that doesn't know something? And it's just like, before you can even think that, they let you know, you're not going to be left behind. If you don't understand, please speak up. It's almost like feeding you, So I think that is really awesome for the team. And not everyone is about helping people, but more or less helping themselves and trying to make sure they can get that next dollar. And I can definitely say that's not it for this community. So did I answer all the questions? I was just going in depth. It's like, hold on. But it's just like, man, it's amazing, And then for myself, at one time I can say I was a workaholic, with the exception of this whole time. This is the longest that I've been out of work for the last, how old am I? For the last 14 years that I've been working. So this was just a mind boggle for me. It was just like, man, there's so much out there, and I had no idea. But to really be around so many people that's on your same frequency is like, yo, this is OD lit. So yeah, it's a pleasure. I have no problem speaking in reference to the Retired in 365 and what we strive for in the I Am Mastery Academy, because the goal is to educate, and I love informing people on things that I know, and even if I don't know, someone around me does know. And I think that also makes the difference of it all. It's like, if I can't answer your question, I know who can answer your question. And
Right.
that just makes it all the better.
So what did you do in particular to overcome any reservations, any fears, any doubts when it came to being a new trader? What did you do how has this helped you?
Well, in the IM Mastery Academy, repetition. I had to keep reading. I had to, how you would say, change my paradigm. There's just a couple things I had to keep reading for my mind to really receive it. Because I'm like, now through reading, it's just like, no, what you say out your mouth really is like working from within, So it's like, if I continuously say, I'm not getting this, or I don't understand this, as I'm saying now, your mind will definitely receive that, So just saying, I'm going to get this, rereading it. And then through the team, giving the morning motivations, giving the calls, it's different how they say it, but you're still saying the same thing. So however my mind started to receive it, I was getting it. And it was just like, okay. Being in the demo account and being in the live account, it's like sometimes I would take a trade in the demo account, and if I saw it turning blue, I'm like, all right, let me hurry and put this in my live account because this is real, this is legit. I've done that a couple times, but just trusting myself, I think, overall. And you got to trust yourself first. You can listen to what someone else says and it can sound good, but if you're not trusting yourself, then only but so much can you borrow the belief of someone else before you really, take it for yourself. So I think once I really started believing in myself and really saying, okay, like, it's time to really like focus. And I don't know if you saw it, Umi, she spoke in reference to yesterday, she did like a live call and she spoke in reference to an eagle. And she was saying something in reference to like when an eagle sees its prey and they fly so high, they focus and they can like literally just like nothing around them distracts them. And I didn't even think it was a coincidence that last week, for some reason, when I was watching YouTube with Charles, I ended up watching YouTubes on eagles. And it was just so random, but I felt it from when she said that yesterday. I said, nah, like, like, this is what it is. Like, as far as you thinking about something, she received it in some type of way and she spoke in reference to that. And I felt that. I was just like, yo, that's not a coincidence. Like, and that's all just from learning, how to start the work from within. So I'm pretty intrigued about all of this. Like, I feel like I'm getting hit with challenges, not bad challenges, but just learning how to master all of them at one time without trying to get frustrated with it. Yeah. So yeah, it all starts with trusting myself. And I think that now that it's starting to seep in and I'm trusting myself, the process is going along a lot more smoother. I tend to question a lot, but I'm learning not to, just the faith. You gotta have the faith. And yeah, that's what makes it all the better.
So the last question I have for you is, how do you balance? Because of course people have families, they have careers, they have just so much stuff going on. And it's like, well, I couldn't possibly, or they're in school, I couldn't possibly commit any more time to anything else. I'm already spent. So how do you balance your already existing life to you actually mastering this skill of trading?
Well, as I said, it's a blessing to be in this pandemic. So I can say this now, like, I don't think that I would have been able to focus as much as I am focusing now on trading if I was working, because I was working 40 hours. But because, everything does work in your favor, I feel like all of this was for me, like, it just so happens March 16th, I'm out of work, but I'm still able to get paid. So I don't have to go through, what do you call it, when you don't get checks and stuff.
Unemployment?
Yes, thank you. I don't have to go through that. So it's like, okay, I still have an income. That's one thing. Okay, I'm pregnant. So now I don't have to worry about being on my feet because I'm working a retail life. Okay, now I'm having my baby and now I get more leave, although work already started. So it just gave me the time to really go in depth to really figure out what I wanted to do. And although I'm working retail, like I do love what I do in reference to helping people, this is helping people at such a higher level, like at such a higher level. And I think that, that's what also caught my attention. It's not, again, the money, yeah, money is great, but the reaction that you get from people when they see what they can do for themselves is greater. Like it's like how I felt. I was just like, dang, I did that, and I did that on my own. Like, I took the time out to spend an hour or more a day, and with that definitely came sacrifices. My fiance still works essential, which he's at work right now. So, you know, with him coming home and wanting to spend time, and I'm on calls, you know, I'm trying to see what's up. And it's just like, I try to sit him down. Like, we're gonna, you know, it's gonna be times where I'm gonna be on calls, and I know that you want to spend some time with me, but this is important. And that's how I knew, like, I was willing to sacrifice certain things that, you know, is also important to me, but there's a greater end to the story. And I feel like, you know, when people start to put that in depth, you know, you get to see your strengths and what you're able to tolerate, and, you know, the sacrifices that you're going to make. It has to be worth it, you know, because then it's just like you did all this for nothing, you know. You put yourself in certain positions where you know, you're hurting people's feelings, you're cutting off certain people for what, you know, for you not to succeed at the end. So it's just like, push, you know, strive, you know, I'm one step closer. It's time to put more people out there. And again, like with the community, we're making money regardless of if we're helping people. So I think that's the ultimatum to it. Like, you have the option to help people, which is what we want you to do. But if you're unable to do that at that time, at least take the time for yourself to master the skill, so that you can eventually feel it, because there's just no way that you're gonna keep this to yourself when you're able to, you know, master it. Like, it just wouldn't make any sense.
Right. I mean, I completely 100% feel you, because at the end of the day, I have a heart to help people regardless. And the fact that I can actually not just help people in a matter of, well, let me just do this for you, or let me just give you that. I can actually help them learn a skill set that could change their life forever. Something that's not new, something that is not unheard of, something that has already been working. And this is something that I can now say, hey, I can show you a way where you can now have those multiple streams of income, where you can now grow real wealth because you have your money working for you, where you can now become an investor, and it doesn't have to take everything you have in order to do it. So to me, it's like the best win-win situation, because not only do you get the richness of your mind, your body, your spirit, because of the amazing success family that we have, but you also have that boost in your finances as well. And it's something that will pay you for life, that nobody can take away from you, because at the end of the day, it's very thoughtful in whatever I decide to do to help people. But what's going to happen a year from now? Like, I may have left a positive impact, but did I leave them with something tangible that they can use over and over and over and over again, no matter if I'm in their life or not? And that is what the skill set of trading actually does for people. And I just love it. And I love all of the amazing people that have gone before us that now pour into us, so now we can pour into everybody else. And I'm just excited for all the success that you're having. You're really showing people that no matter what happens, there's always a solution. There's always a solution, because this was one of the solutions for whatever it is that you were going through. And also, it kept you busy while you were out of work. And not only that, you are now coming to the front and stepping into your boldness. Like, you see how this completely enriches people's lives. So it's even bigger than trading. With you being like, who knows, one day you might be pouring into the team yourself, because it has tapped into another side of you that you can also take with you forever. I think it's phenomenal, and I can't wait to see everything that you manifest and you complete all your 5 reasons why you are wanting to grow real wealth. Do you have anything else that you would like to say, even to that one person that may just be thinking, I don't think I can?
Read Outwitting the Devil. Like, I think that was like the turning point for me. Like, I was like, okay, like, in reference to, you know, if you're starting your business and you're just not understanding why people aren't, you know, susceptible to you getting things. But no, you can't get all the juice. They gotta get into the community for all of that. You know, y'all want to know what's up? Gotta hit up Jasmina, hit me up, or anybody in the community. If you're in the community, if you got that invite, y'all can't get all the juice on here.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Like she said, if you're watching this on her page or on the replay, get back to her. If you are watching it on my page, definitely get back to me, because if you're looking for a way where you could, one, grow the money you already have, or two, literally learn a skill set that may be your saving grace, because you want to spend more time with your family, or you want that capital to be able to start a business, whatever it is in life that you are trying to do, there is something in our success family that has the tools that you need. And not only that, we are launching e-commerce drop shipping. You can learn how to now also create an online store so your money can be working on autopilot. I love all
That's
these
amazing.
multiple streams of income. Right. I can't wait until this weekend. And we have our events where we get to hear from some of the top leaders in the world. We have Mayweather.
But we was here first. We was here before Mayweather, so y'all know we cooler. Okay, go ahead.
You said what?
I said you was here before Mayweather. We cooler.
But we have the money team that's gonna grace our stage. We have our phenomenal CEO who's a 9-figure trader. We have individuals that are under the age of 30 that have retired themselves because of this opportunity. Like, it's phenomenal, and I just can't wait to experience this weekend myself. But that's all that I have. If you want any information, we do have a free private group that, if you qualify, then we will definitely love to invite you into our private group on Facebook, so you can kind of just check it out. You can see what it is that we have going on and all the amazing things that you hear about. You could actually see it with your own eyes. I think I froze again. No, I didn't. But that is all that I have. And you guys can catch us on the next video. Make sure that you are also connected to my YouTube, where this will also be posted. It's the same as my Facebook page, Jasmina Denise. And I look forward to answering any questions that you might have about becoming that 1%, that investor, and learning how to trade or learning how to grow an online business. We have the best of the best education, the best mentorship, and you want to be connected with people that have the same thought process as you. As I said on the morning meditation this morning, if you have people that are not edifying your purpose, that are not speaking life into your purpose, that is causing you to engage in activity that keeps you in mediocrity, then it's time that you make that change. Because the more you engage in mediocre activities and conversations, but yet you want to be great, that is slowly but surely killing the dream that you have inside of you. So you have to make sure that you're surrounded with like-minded people. You have to make sure that you engage in activity that's actually going to push you towards that purpose. And that's what we have. Okay, I'm done, because I can keep going. But you guys have a blessed evening.
Yes.
And thank you again, Amber.
Yeah, definitely.